now this ASU strike, now be small things. Students that they count the days so they don't sit down for house. And this thing, they worry a lot of parents, and they worry even the students themselves. That makes some of them all the inside studio to do this. You get what they want to tell our our government, them, our president, them say, I beg, let they appeal. So now what they carry come with that? I come people, they go tell now their names themselves. So they say, now you get who get trumpet, now you go blow by himself. So they could not tell country people who na name.
All right. Good afternoon, country people. My name is Michael Arinze. Now me be the national president of Law Students Association of Nigeria.
Lawsan. Okay.
Good afternoon, country people. My name na Elubuke Angela, Deputy Zonal Director, South Zonal Directorate, Lawsan.
Okay.
Good afternoon, country people. My name na Ovunda John, Chief Justice of Lawsan National.
Hey, I did guest Chief Justice for inside studio. I hope so. I did safe.
You safe.
Okay, country people, now don't hear them. We get Chief Justice for inside studio today. All I do. Okay. What thing carry na come here?
Thank you, my country people. We are here because now something we pursue us come. And the thing we pursue us come now this issue of ASU strike where we find ourselves into. 74 days ago, Naim ASU say federal government no do them better. Say they won't go on an industrial action where English they call them strike. So and this strike don't affect us. So we don't run come out for our house. Come studio. May we appeal to the federal government and then the other relevant authorities say we don't suffer for this ASU strike thing. They affect us. We know they go school and all these things are affecting our future as the hope of the country. So now why we come studio this afternoon?
You know, say at this ASU strike day now, all of some of them they with their parents are, you know, so the food they go. Food is getting empty every day. You know as it be. You know as it be now.
Okay, thank you, my country people. I just want to join voice with my colleagues for the studio now. Make we talk about the ASU strike. Students know they happy. Parents themselves know they happy. Say their children they school because people don't make plans. People, in fact, we don't even feel determine when we go enter school and when we go leave school. Students know they happy. We they plead on government and the ASU. Make them come to terms. Make it better for us as Nigerian law students and students in general.
Okay.
Another thing we go note when I say, as people graduate, then they always get age quota for job. As the strike they continue, people they reach that age they pass. By the time you don't come out now, you come hear something like, oh, we need 2 years experience, and you guys did 24 years or 21 years. When strike don't take all the year finish, reach 26, then you never even can get the experience. How you want start life? So all these things they
sometimes
take.
NYC self
You get house rents where you pay for school. Just they there, you know, day school they do anything, and even though people feel adapt once as issue come up, not be everybody feel just change plan to something different. Not be everybody get that ability. So now why we they say make government to come listen to us, make us to make them shift body. At least last everybody could do alright. Everybody say okay, us go get waiting they look for. Federal government they'll get waiting they look for. Students too, then they progress. Everybody they make go at the end of the day. So now why we come to do say more also add our own voice. Even as then they negotiate up there, we thank them for the negotiation so far. But we also want me they also know say we also suffer and well. You know, so elephant they fight. Now we go suffer and
the grass is always the suffer. And that so it be. And I said national president. You know say now we law student. And law you get how many years so that they spend? 5 years. For school alone no. Okay, now ASU strike don't take how many years now? So how many years person go reach now? You know say 5 years now plus ASU go reach 7 minus law school minus service. That means for 10 years you go just the school.
Now country people now waiting with the talk with that. We have a lot of challenges where we they face because of this ASU strike. And one of it is the one that is being said now. one of the challenge that wey this ASUU strike don give us be say e dey make us stay for house wey we no suppose stay for house. We suppose don dey school, dey read, dey get things wey we fit move this country forward. But then we dey home. No matter how you know this law or anything, you cannot practice this law if you no finish study. So na part of reason why we dey here dey beg federal government, dey beg ASUU, make dem just allow us go forward, make dem allow us finish the race wey we don start. So this law wey we suppose do 5 years, me I don dey for school for 5 years o, me I never still graduate.
Okay.
And I never go service, I never go law school. So all these things, and it dey make some of us dey lose interest for studies, and it even cause many youths dey go into the things wey no better for the country. People dey chook hands for things wey no dey good for any of us. So wetin this ASUU strike dey do for us, e dey plenty, e dey affect us very negatively.
Okay, una get any suggestion wey una fit tell ASUU, or even as dem dey negotiate, or you still get maybe plan B, option B, where ASUU fit still apply, wey you feel say ASUU suppose apply to make sure say maybe this strike for everyone come reason and say okay, time don reach, we could give them wetin they want apart from strike.
My country people, the alternative thing wey we dey talk be say, if really ASUU the reason say na they dey fight for our interest and their interest, make dem allow us make we go dey inside classroom dey learn while they dey negotiate with the federal government. And in addition to that, the ASUU and federal government should be able to bring other measures wey no go affect students' study. Because as e dey now, students and everything wey we dey do, all of us psychologically dey pain us emotionally and otherwise. So na why we dey say that ASUU make dem find another way to dey generate money for education. Make dem dey generate money for education. Make dem no dey wait for federal government for every money wey they need as an association. Make dem find other means wey they go dey generate money. Make dem no leave everything for federal government. Through research and other things, they fit get money wey they go use help our educational system. Because wetin we dey face now, if we continue am the next 10 years, Nigeria sef go dey rank the lowest for education in the whole world. So na wetin I dey say make country people hear be this.
Okay, una don hear wetin the student dey talk. Some of them dey provoke na say time don dey go, and before dem go come graduate, dem come tell us say no fit work, we don too age age don go, those kind of things. And there be men, you know, say men dey reason time, so time I wan settle down, so time I wan settle down, you know, that kind of thing. But now the thing don dey really dey worry them. The only woman amongst us, you get anything as for woman, I know say woman time. So you get anything wey you want tell our bravo them?
Okay.
Any suggestion, any opinion wey you get?
Okay, my country people, my own opinion be say I still want to plead with the lawmakers for the country, make at least, because we get we when they study law, you get one part of the constitution where we dey look where which that one chapter 2 of the constitution, where those rights where they no dey justiciable, meaning those rights now we no fit enforce them against government. But if we look into
which one be those rights then? What are the rights then?
Okay,
no, but just
example of the rights now, right to education for Nigeria now. Government fit provide them for us, but you know they justiciable. We no fit carry their go courts say they no provide this right for us. But if the lawmakers at least they hear our cry, at least they still work on and make all these laws they are amended, make they adjust the laws, make it suit the present reality of life for Nigeria where we dey. So that way now they go take this our interest, student interest, more seriously. Our interest go there for front, and it go reduce the level of strike, the frequency of strike for the country. And my contribution with that.
Okay, country people now don't hear now contribution with that. Say I beg make una do something, because by the time they enforce them, you know, say students say sometimes they get right. The fifth verse enter room say we don't tire ASUU make una do something, we don't tire government make una do something, and that kind of thing not good, because now a lot of crime they outside, and e no go fit exonerate or no fit comot student for inside the crime wey dey happen now, because our society now, everywhere you see, you dey hear now one thing, one man don do one thing, one man don, na because of the idleness wey dem dey, because dem dey house. And you know say parents dey pray, they don tire to pay school fees, they don calculate their school fees. This boy now, this girl now, how many years she wan spend, now time don dey go. So abeg asu, all of us we still dey appeal, make una do something. You get anything wey you wan tell federal government now, as we don dey want to dey go now? You get anything wey you wan tell federal government?
We man, we understand say ASU their concern dey genuine. After all, dem gats protect the right of their own workers, people wey dey with them. But then one major issue wey we don't understand na say both federal government or both ASU don agree say funding dey necessary for federal universities or for universities generally. But the issue now, the major issue, and now where we want also bring to mind, the major issue now how that funding won't go. So federal government, they say we no fit give one stream of income. We get one committee where them been do, where they call Babalaki Committee, Wole Babalaki SAN Committee. So that committee talks say, may they introduce things like student loan, may they introduce things like education bank, may they also try to get alumni associations to also see how they fit fund university, because university no fit just depend on federal government, you get. So then gas internally start to generate their own revenue. And now wetin federal government they talk over time. It no mean say we don't buy everything like that, we federal government don't talk. But to an extent, it is reasonable. And we mad if we say, as we see they negotiate with federal government, and then they still they teach us why they see, okay, this way federal government don't say they feel implement, then put them to ground, you get. So once those things they in ground, at least we know say the federal universities they still move forward. And now part of our own suggestion to the federal government and to ASU, say even as they don't agree, say funding a necessary issue, may they also take steps to develop those various funding schemes where they don't already promote. So now our own suggestion to federal government to be that.
Okay, I don't hear what the student they suggest. They say knowledge, you're not only one person they get up. Even me, I the battle waiting in the talk. The national president, your final word, to the government.
My country people, my last words to the government be say, when I don't say country where go move forward in educational system need they very giddy bang. The educational system of any people where go progress must be very, very strong. So now waiting with the big government, may they look the educational sector with serious eye. May they know the play for where education dey, because now education be the future of the country. If people wey suppose be trained, people wey suppose dey equipped to lead the country tomorrow, the future of the country, they are not getting the training, that means say our country tomorrow nothing go there. We dey beg federal government, we dey also beg ASU, make dem look not on everything upon government, make dem find other alternative means like the one wey we don talk, say they can generate income from other sources. No be only the federal government go dey give them. So all these things we dey beg, and we dey beg other relevant authorities so make them come to our aid. E don tey wey this thing don dey bring tears down our cheeks, and na why we dey here dey cry. May they listen to this our plea. Thank you, my country people.
Okay. Now the story we don't finish, so now beg we dey beg federal government. Now beg we dey beg, because now we go see come out, enter society, come be leaders of tomorrow. Make Nigerian students no go they indulge in things when they don't supposed to indulge in because of long stay for house, because idleness get the own one way they do. So that's all we want to conclude our time for you. Thank you.
For the people that don't hear now, the Lawsan president and the ESCO the national president and the ESCO here, say that they appeal to ASU, say I beg ASU, they need a grant, reason them, using their age to reason them to make sure say they go back to school. Because they say those days they say education ain't be the key, but now that they don't lock and we not even see the key again. Self, I beg, time they go. Wanna release the key for these people, may they finish their education. ASU, even me self they beg. I beg, it don't take 74 days now, not easy. Some of them not depend on anything. Some of them now only they just dey sleep for house. They don't tire. So I beg federal government and also make una come to a compromise, make una release these students. Country people, now there we go match break for the program this afternoon. Make I join our Abuja network studio to carry the network program called Kibuna. Don't go anywhere because by 3:30 I go still show back. And don't forget, say 3 o'clock now, zonal news. My name, Natimi Alfred. I will come back.